That is good idea, Mr. Isda.
Nah, good morning, Mr. Arifin Tasrif and Mr. Yul.
Yes, good morning, everybody. Pak Tasrif, are you okay? Good health?
The microphone is not open yet. And I think he still couldn't hear us. Belum masuk, apakah suara kami terdengar, Pak?
Coba, tes lagi.
Nah, oke. Oke, good morning, Mr. Arifin.
Coba, sudah masuk belum tadi?
Coba.
Ya, oke udah.
Good morning, Mr. Arifin.
Yes, very good morning to everyone. Yeah, I'm ready.
Right. Is my voice clearly over
Yes.
there?
Yes, exactly. Thank you very much.
Good morning, Mr. Arifin, Pak Yul.
Yeah, very good morning, Pak Direktur.
Morning.
Morning, Pak Yayon. How are you?
I'm fine. Gimana? How are you, Pak Yul, Pak
Yeah,
Arifin?
good. I'm good. Good health. Good health.
Yeah.
Everything is okay.
I think this is a rarely moment. Yeah, can you take a picture of us, please, Mas Dika?
Ah, good, very good. For the senior lecturer and the director and pretty Miss Wita. Yeah. It's finished. Take the picture already. Pak Yoyon, are you in Jambi or in Bogor, Pak Yoyon?
In Bogor, in
Oh,
Bogor, Pak ya.
good.
Take rest, Mas. We can start, Miss Wisda.
Wait, Pak Direktur, I think we have a technically problem here because my picture is not moving. I have a long-lasting smile at that time. Look. Oh, maybe nanti take a picture-nya not from Mas Dika's device ya. Jadi Mas Dika device is only for the Zoom meeting.
It seems that the general journal is represented by Miss Ike. How are you, Bu Ike? Dari Dirjen Tanaman Pangan. Apakah mewakili Pak Dirjen?
Iya.
Oh, alright. Okay.
Atau mau pakai
Oh, Bu Ike dijadikan co-host.
dan sudah Pak Dir.
Okay, I would like to say hello for everyone. Good morning.
Thank you, Bu Ike.
Good morning, Mrs. Ike. Nice to meet
Thank
you.
you, Mr. Arifin, Mr. Yu, Pak Director.
Yes.
And also, I see my Prajab colleague, Dr. Arif. How are you, Dr. Arif? Okay.
Mas Dika, can I picture it from the Bu Ismi device? Well, okay,
Well,
ladies
okay, ladies and gentlemen,
I'm so sorry that we have a technically problem.
I'm so sorry that
Okay, I'm so sorry that we have a technically problem here. Alright. Jadi gimana? Zoom in coba. Nggak apa-apa dari kamera Mas Dika aja di zoom in. Can we start now? Yes. Zoom in, please.
We can start, Mbak Wisda?
Yes, Pak Dir, we can start right now. Well, okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished speaker, honored guests, and participants from across the globe, especially all around Indonesia. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and warm greetings to all of you. Welcome to the international webinar titled Toward Food Self-Sufficiency, Challenges and Innovation Solutions. It's a great honor for me, Ardianinda Wisda, to serve as your Master of Ceremony. We are honored to have you all here today, and we truly appreciate your time and enthusiasm to join this important discussion about innovations and strategies for sustainability and food self-sufficiency that was held by Bogor Agricultural Development Polytechnic in collaboration with Agricultural, Human Resources Extension and Development Agency, Ministry of Agriculture of the Republic of Indonesia. Before we begin, may I kindly remind everyone to mute their microphones, open the cameras, use the virtual background, and prepare your questions for our discussion session later. Now, without further ado, let us begin today's agenda. To officially open our event, we will first hear the event report from the Head of Research and Community Service Unit at Bogor Agricultural Development Polytechnic. Please welcome Dr. Ismi Puji Ruwaida. Time is yours.
Thank you, Ms. Wisda. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Excellency Director of Bogor Agriculture Development Polytechnic, Director General of Food Crops Ministry and of Agriculture Republic of Indonesia, Food and Organization Representative in Indonesia, Indonesian Agency of Extension of Human Resource Development for Agriculture, IPB University, and Al-Sintani, Dr. Arifin Tasrif, and Dr. Yul Haribahar, and all participants at Weblink. First and foremost, let us express our highest gratitude to God Almighty because of His blessing and mercy. We were able to successfully organize the international webinar entitled Toward Food Self-Sufficiency, Challenges and Innovation Solutions. This event was organized by Bogor Agriculture Development Polytechnic in Ministry of Agriculture of Republic of Indonesia as part of our continuous commitment to strengthening agriculture education, innovation, and global collaboration in achieving food self-sufficiency. The purpose of the webinar was to provide a platform for knowledge exchange, sharing of best practices, and innovative approach in addressing the current challenges related to food security, sustainable agriculture, and agricultural technology. On this occasion, allow me to report of the activity of the international webinar as follows. Topic and theme toward food sufficiency, challenges and innovation solution. And keynote speaker, Dr. Yudi Sastro SPMP, Director General of Food Crops Ministry of Agriculture Republic Indonesia. And four invited speakers consist of one from Food and Agriculture Organizations, Indonesian consistent of Ministry of Agriculture, IPB University, and Al-Sintani. Webinar participants are from related agency in City and Regency of Bogor, other institutions, and online students. The discussion was skillfully moderated by Dr. Arifin Tasrif and Dr. Yul Haribahar. We would like to extend our sincere appreciation to all speakers for their insightful presentation and valuable contribution. We also thank our moderator, participants, and especially the entire organizing committee whose hard work and dedication ensure the success of this event. We hope this webinar has inspired new ideas for foster collaboration and strengthening our collective effort toward achieving sustainable food self-sufficiency. Thank you for your attention and participation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much to Dr. Ismi Puji Ruwaida for your insightful report and for organizing this valuable event. Well, ladies and gentlemen, next we are honored to invite the Director of Bogor Agricultural Development Polytechnic to deliver the opening remarks. Please welcome Dr. Insinyur Yayan Haryanto, SSTMP.
Thank you, Pak Wisda. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable from Miss Ike Widyaningrum, represented by Dr. Yudi Sastro, Director General of Ministry of Agriculture. As all your speaker today, okay. We would like to extend our respect to Dr. Rajendra Aryan, maybe, to our representative for Indonesia, Prof. Dodi Nur Samsi, Prof. Dr. Sandra Arifin Adis, Professor of the Faculty of Agriculture in IPB, Insinyur Mindo Sianifar, Chairman of Al-Sintan, as well as Dr. Arifin Tasrif and Dr. Yul Bahar, as moderator, and all of our distinguished. Good morning and greeting to all of us. We give thanks Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala for His grace as blessing, which have enabled us all together virtually on this joyful day for the International Webinar toward food sufficiency, challenger, and innovation solution. On behalf to the entire academic community of the Bogor Agricultural Development Polytechnic, I would like to express my deep gratitude to all the speakers or participants from various institutions, university, and agriculture practitioners who have taken the time to attend. Your presence heard today is a clear demonstration and of our set committed to advance to agriculture sector. Distinguished for security and self-sufficiency are no longer just a topic of discussion, but a global challenge that demand real solution and innovation in Indonesia. Indonesia, with the abundant natural resources, has a great potential to achieve food self-sufficiency. However, we also face various challenges, ranging for climate change, land degradation, to the need for the regeneration, maybe, of the self farmers. That is why Polbangtan Bogor is here as a vocational education institution and focus of producing high quality agriculture human resources who are interpersonal mind and master innovation. Who are interpersonal mind and master innovation through this webinar, we hope to serve as a platform for celebration between the government, academic, practitioner, and international partners such as of the FAO, who such knowledge, experience, and formula innovative strategies then can be applied in the file. I believe that through for this productive discussion and participation from today, expert we will fence to smart solution and to address existing challenges. There be realizing our vision of food sufficiency. With the name of with Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, I hereby deserve the international webinar toward for sufficiency challenges and innovation solution operationally of warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I can to back to Ms. Rizna. Thank you, Mbak Wisda.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Pak Dir. Thank you for your inspiring opening remarks and continued support for innovation in agriculture. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we now move to our keynote speaker and our keynote session. Our keynote speaker today is Mrs. Ike Widyaningrum, who representing the Director General of Food Crops, Ministry of Agriculture, Republic of Indonesia. And this session will be moderated by Dr. Arifin Tasrif, MSc, who is currently joining us virtually. Good morning, Mr. Arifin. The microphone is not open yet. Could you please? Yeah. Good morning, Mr. Arifin. Long time no see.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
See you in such a good health. To Dr. Arifin Tasrif, the screen is yours.
Well, thank you very much. Very good morning to everyone, ladies and gentlemen. It's my great pleasure to welcome you to this important session on the strategic visions toward food self-sufficiency to Indonesia. So before we proceed to the speakers, I would like to give some highlight that food self-sufficiency is not just a national aspiration. It is a strategic necessity for ensuring the sovereignty, security, and resilience of our nation in the face of global challenge, and also the geopolitical, climate change, and fluctuating global. Yes, and Indonesia must adopt forward-looking strategies that integrate technology, policy innovation, sustainable farming practices, and strong collaboration between government, private sector, and farmers. And this also has been highlighted by director in the opening speech. So this morning, I would like to very important keynote speakers will share insight on how Indonesia can strengthen the a very important speech. So, kemandirian pangan bukan hanya cita-cita bangsa, tetapi juga kebutuhan strategik untuk menjaga kedaulatan, keamanan, dan ketahanan negara kita. Di tengah tantangan global, dampak perubahan iklim, ketidakstabilan geopolitik, dan fluktuasi pasar dunia, menuntut Indonesia untuk memiliki strategi visioner yang menggabungkan teknologi, inovasi kebijakan, praktik pertanian berkelanjutan, serta kolaborasi antar pemerintah, sektor swasta, dan petani. Dan juga tadi sudah disinggung oleh Bapak Direktur. Pagi ini pembicara kita akan membagikan pandangan dan strategi tentang bagaimana Indonesia dapat memperkuat sistem pertanian, memaksimalkan sumber daya lokal, dan mengurangi ketergantungan kemandirian ya. Oleh karena itu, before we proceed to the speakers, saya akan membacakan sedikit CV. Jadi, Mrs. Ike Widyaningrum will representing the DG of Food Crop, Bapak Dr. Yudi Sastrio, SPMP. Mrs. Ike graduated from Jember University and also graduated from Wageningen University in Netherlands in 1915. 2015. So without further ado, may I call upon and we give applause to Mrs. Ika Widaningrum for the title Strategic Vision for Indonesia Food Self-Sufficiency. So, Ibu Ika, the floor is yours. Kami berikan antara 25 sampai 30 menit. Silakan Bu Ika.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator, Mr. Arifin Tasrif. It's nice to see you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Mr. Director, Mr. Yayon, and also Mr. Yul Haribahar, and also Miss MC, Miss Wilda, and then for other guests. Thank you for this invitation. I would like to send the greetings from my Director General, Mr. Yudi Sastro, because he cannot attend this webinar. So maybe we can start for the presentation. Would you kindly please share the PPT, Ms. Wirda? Or should I share by myself, maybe?
Yes,
Silakan.
Mrs. Ika. Our host will be share screen.
Okay. Okay, so the yeah, according to the team for the webinar this morning, so we bring the theme of a strategic vision on how we towards full self-sufficiency in Indonesia. Next. So we know that from Mr. Suharto era until Jokowi era and until now President era, Mr. Prabowo. So every president's always concerned about how we have to reach or how we have to gain the self food sufficiency, because it's very important for the nation how we can gain our independency on food, mainly on the main food, yeah, namely that we eat rice, so we have to have self-sufficiency in rice. Next. So we see that surrounding us is now like it's not okay in this world. Yeah, we know that some people are suffer from hungers, and also other countries as well are suffer from hunger, and also in our still several hungers, like in the several province, like at some other region at Papua and some several province. So we have to look forward how to we prepare our rice for our main food. Next. So this is the world food crisis, and how the world food crisis will trigger social and political conflicts. So there are declines of grain markets. Yeah, so we know that, like grains, yeah, and then also we suffer from El Nino, from the drought, particularly at 2023, 2024. We are suffer from El Nino, but this year, Alhamdulillah, we have normal season, I guess. So maybe we can have a good production of rice. And then also we suffer from high food inflations, yeah, due to the crisis in several countries. And also we have a war still in Russia, Ukraine, and also Iran and Israel. Yeah, so the conditions make the food price is rise. And then how the producers stop rice export, yeah, including Vietnam, and also India, Pakistan, and other countries like Thailand. So there are 345 million people are starving, and then that from 10 countries face famine. So like Congo, Afghanistan, and then Yemen, Sri Lanka, etc. They are nowadays are suffer from hunger. So we have to find out how we will struggle, or how we will have the ways, or what are the how to increase the production in our country. Next. So this is the vision from our presidents and also the vice president. So how we will promoting national independence through food. Yeah. So how we will have the independency through food, energy, water, and economic self-sufficiency. And also we will have the downstreaming product to increase added value. So among the eight best fast results programs, so the important, maybe the important ones among the others, is how providing nutritious lunch and free milk for our children, and also for mother, yeah. And also we have the national food bar. Next. So this is the work plan of Ministry of Agriculture at the theme of 2025, how we accelerating inclusive and sustainable economic growth. So at RPGMN, we will provide the science and technology, innovation, and economic productivity, and also we will provide energy, water, and food security. So there are the program at our RPGMN. Next. Next. So this is the program at MOA. So how achieving full self-sufficiency, we have to increase rice and corn production. So maybe we are nowadays are very busy how to reach our target of rice planting. And then also we have land optimization in several provinces. And also we have rice field development, or cetak sawah, for about 750,000 hectares. And we have to provision of machineries, and also we have to subsidize the fertilizer for the farmers. And also we increasing milk, beef, and also nutritious food production. And we also, this is the important one, is we have to provide the superior seeds, yeah, because the good growth of the rice is from the good seeds. And then also we provide the modern agriculture through food brigade. Next. So these are the challenge, or how we increase the rice productions, and also the food crops production. So we have extreme climate change. I already mentioned before that we suffer from drought, the severe drought at the recent years, and also we have conflict, and then we still have low quality of human resource, like because we have older farmer rather than the younger farmer. So I think it's become our task on how we revitalizing on the rice productions, on how we involve, or how we including the young farmer at the rice production. And also we still have the limited of extension worker. And then because our nation are archipelago, so sometimes it's difficult to spread or dissemination technology between the province. And also we still have the problem with conversion of agricultural land. So it's happen in the productive land, such as Karawang and then Indramayu. So the conversion is very high, but it's occur in our fertile line or irrigation line. So what should we do to cope that? Next. So these are four main government programs. during 2024 until 2029 on how President Prabowo reiterated his commitment at the cabinet meeting on December. So, Mr. President meant that we have to gain the food self-sufficiency, and we should give the nutritious food for children and also pregnant mother, and also we have to have enough fuel, yeah, particularly from biofuel. And then also we have to downstreaming our product in order to have added value of the products. Next. So these are the program. So how we reach the rice production or self-sufficiency until 2029. So these are we have to have the GDP of agriculture until 4%. And then, as you know, that nowadays we have also surplus in bullock stock. So we reach until 4 millions of rice stock at bullock. And then how we have the program at National Food Self-Sufficiency, we have quick solution programs such as superior seeds, and then enough fertilizer for the farmers. And also we have the pumps, yeah, agricultural pumps. So we have a lot of pumps giving to the farmers starting last year, 2024 until this year's. And then also we have land optimizations. And then the other program is we create 3 million hectares of rice fields at several provinces. And we also revitalization the irrigation system. And we have millennial farmers. And then we have also the transformation from the traditional agriculture to the modern ones. And we have rejuvenation and super seeds, and how increasing the added value. So we have to increase the availability of dairy livestock and beef livestock. Also, we facilitating an attractive climate for livestock investors. So it's been conducted by DG of our livestock. And then the nutrition food program, how we conduct. So we're producing healthy and nutritious food in our yard, and at home, at office, school, and then etc. So we have to plan the nutritious food. So it's not difficult. Just maybe planting in the bags, then it's enough. So it's depend on our eagerness how we will planting the maybe vegetables or yeah, some other planting that easy to grow. And then we have to energy independency from B50, and then we move toward to B100. But I think it's still the idea because we still struggle on how to provision the CPO productions, and how increasing the biodiesel industry capacity and implementing B50 is still running. And then how we reducing CPO exports, increasing and global CPO price. So that's the programs conducted in MOA until 2029. Next. So these are synergy with other ministry or other institutions. So we have several MOU with irrigation and infrastructure ministry. We also have MOU with ID Food, Pupuk Indonesia, and then also Army, Police, Bulog, and the other institutions. So there are a lot of ministry and also institution involving in how we prepare our food production in nowadays. Next, Mbak Intan. Yeah, these are the rice target until 2029. So we start from 32 million ton this year. We pray that we can reach the target from Mr. Minister, and then at 2026 we will achieve 30 million, and 2027 we will achieve 34.0 and then at 2028 we will achieve 34.33 million ton, and at the 2019 we will have 2090, and then we will have 34.77 million tons. So what should we do is prepare the machineries, and then both from post harvest and then pre harvest, and then we control or we manage the pest and disease and also the climate change, and we provide the irrigations infrastructure, and then we have land developments and land optimization, and then also super seed and fertilizer. Next. How we create or how we looking for the additional rice field. So we have the extension rice field at Papua, and then Central Kalimantan, and then South Kalimantan, and then South Sumatra, and maybe other province. So you can see at the first year, second year, third year until the fourth years. So the total amount is 750 hectares, 50,000 hectares. So yeah, we hope that this target can achieve, because this is the big target. Yeah, nowadays maybe we know the station is not it's not easy to create the rice field. Yeah, because many circumstances or many conditions happen in the province. So in this year, maybe we can have several or maybe some additional rice field from the new one from extensions, and then we hope that next year and until the fourth year we can finish our target for 750,000 hectares. Next. These are strategies we conduct in the MOA until this year, 2025. So for the food crops, we already have the rice developments. So since 2024, and then until now, we still have the extension of extensification of rice fields, and then we also have the program at upland rice, and then we have also the public works planting potentials. This is how to plant in irrigations body waters, and then we also have the corn and local food developments, and we have post-harvest agricultural machinery. Although nowadays it's already doing at the infrastructure and structure DGs, and then we have seed certification and quality testing, and also we have the strengthening food crop protections. And for livestock and animal health, we have the provision of feeds and seedlings, and then increase animal feed production, and how we cope or control the animal disease and management, and we improve the veterinary public health, and also we have assistance with investment and export of livestock commodities. And then for horticulture commodities, we have nutritionist food yards. So this is the seed assistance or the government aid give the chili peppers or other vegetables, fruits for the farmers or for the people. And then we also have the garlic seed stock maintenance. And for the estate crops, we have the development of national super plantation area based on farmer cooperations like coconut and then sago, pepper, coffee, and cocoa. And then we have to strengthening seed logistic, development and maintenance of surf plantations and nursery, and how we strengthening plantation protection and development of plantation-based organic farming village and post-harvest processing, both at downstreams and also the marketing of plantation products. And we have also the STDB, cultivation registration certificate. This is for the traceability for the international markets on coffee and cocoa. So that's are the programs mainly at the MOA during the 2025. Next, Mbak Intan. So this is the target, yeah, rice planting target. This is a huge target. So 20 million hectares will provide more than 32 million ton rice. So are we able to achieve this target? Yeah, we should have optimistic to achieve the target. Yeah, because we already have a lot of machineries, and then we still have the manpower, or we have still the extension agent at our fields, etc. So we have regular planting target for 17 million hectare from the LBS around 7.3 or 7 million hectares. And then also we optimize the swamp and upland rice for 3 million hectares. So for the 70 million hectares from regular planting, we will have the intensification there. So we will good the rice seed quality, and then subsidize fertilizer, pesticides, pumps, and also in irrigation improvements. And then for the 3 million hectares, we will have extensifications for land optimization, and then also rice field extensification, increase the planting index, and also we planting the dry rice this year for 300,000 hectares. Next, maybe that's all, yeah. Oh yeah, still have. And then we have another program. So this a lot of this program already conducting since last year. So until this year, we still conducting this program. And then I already mentioned before. So this is the Indonesian version, I guess. From compared to the previous one. And the next, yeah, this the last caption, I guess. So these are the distribution or the spreading of the rice target between the province. So the province with the yellow dots means the province which have the land optimization and also rice developments program there. And then also the red dots means the provinces that only have the regular target. So we see the 20 million targets spreading all over Indonesia. And then we have already how to support or how to achieve those targets. So uh, those are the information I could give for the information for the webinar this morning. I hope this information can be useful for the youngest, yeah, especially for you. The audience is still younger, and then also the other audience. Thank you very much for this session. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much. A very excellent presentation from Mrs. Ika Widyaningrum. And the topic has been highlighted about that. As we know that many countries are now in the world facing food crisis and hunger, and impact of that in social and political conflict. So to combat of that, the vision of President for the next 5 years has been well presented by Mrs. Ika, then how the MOA work plan in this year, and also blueprint, yeah, in the next 5 years to challenge the production by year, increasingly year by year. So since there is no discussion from the keynote speaker, so we thank you very much indeed for the very excellent
You're
presentation from
welcome, Mr.
speaker. And I return to the MC. Thank you very much. A very good morning to everyone.
Well, thank you to Mrs. Ika Widyaningrum and Dr. Arifin for the enlightening keynote session that has set tone for today's discussions. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, We now continue our panel session featuring distinguished invited speakers from various institutions. We will be hearing from Dr. Rajendra Aryal, Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations representative in Indonesia, Professor Dr. Insinyur Dedi Nur Samsi MAGR from Ministry of Agriculture, Professor Dr. Insinyur Sandra Arifin Aziz MS from IPB University, and Insinyur Mindo Sianipar as a chairman of Al-Sintani. And this session will be moderated by Dr. Insinyur Yul Hari Bahar, who is also currently joining us virtually. Good morning, Mr. Yul.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you again after some time.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yul Hari Bahar and all speakers, the screen is yours.
Okay, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, everybody. We are very happy to attend this international seminar. On this session, we have four speakers. Four speakers. Firstly, is the representative from Food Agriculture Organization representative in Indonesia. Will be presented by Miss Yusmaneti Sari. Are you here, Miss Yusmaneti? Are you here? Miss Yusmaneti, can you hear me?
She's not joined yet, Mr.
Not
Yul.
joined yet. Yeah. The second one will be Professor Dr. Sandra Arifin Aziz from IPB University. I know you well, Miss Sandra. We met several time before, right?
Yes,
At the
we
time
met
of
several times
yeah.
before.
Thank you very much
How
for
are you?
joining. Yeah, I'm fine. Yep, Professor Sandra is from IPB University. She is from Department of Agronomy and Horticulture. And I would like also introduce Professor Dedi Nur Samsi. Pak Dedi, do you hear me? Are you in here? Prof.
Not,
Dedi?
not joined yet,
Not
Mr.
yet.
Yul. Yeah.
Yeah. Prof. Dedi, already here?
Beliau join setengah sekali.
Okay.
Join at what time? 9:30. Oh, 9:30. 3 minutes later.
9:30. Okay, the last one will be Mr. Mindo Sianipar. Do you hear already, Mr. Mindo? Or any your representative?
There is still no name on the
No name.
participant.
Yeah,
Mr. Yul.
I also know Mr. Mindo. At the time, he is the member of the DPR. Yeah, at the time I still in the Gen Horticulture, so I met him several times. Well, ladies and gentlemen, in the first session, keynote speaker already introduced us, already explained to us about the strategy of the Indonesian food self-sufficiency. And for this time being, we'll come to hear about some idea or some policy linked with the food security. So now is ready to present maybe I would like to invite Miss Yusmaneti Sari first. Is Miss Yusmaneti here or not? How about Miss Wisda? Miss Yusmaneti already here or not?
Still not joined yet.
Okay, since she is not here, so I would like to invite Professor Sandra first to explain to us about the sustainable agriculture practices. I think this is very much important topic, and we can hear what's the idea and what the practice and what is the knowledge development from Professor Sandra. Professor Sandra, can you start your presentation?
Yes, I
Okay.
will share my own PowerPoint.
Okay, thank you very much. Please, time is yours.
Thank you. Can you see my presentation?
Yes,
Yes,
it's clear.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Good morning. participant of the webinar towards food self-sufficiency. I'm Sandra Arifin Aziz from IPB University from Department of Agronomy and Horticulture. I will present my presentation, Sustainable Agricultural Practices, Building a Greener Future for Farming. So first, we have to know what is sustainable agriculture. So we see on the left, this is a paddy fields, and then we see how green the paddy fields. So what is sustainable agriculture? Sustainable agriculture is focusing on producing food, preserve environment, support public health, and on the other side, maintaining economic profitability. So if we focus on all this, and then we can uphold social and ethical responsibility in the end. So we have to do that, so our country will be resilient in food. So what is the importance of the global security? So we see here, this is global, but in Indonesia, we must also go to Indonesian food security. So it is to ensure long-term food security. We see on the right side, this is the Jakarta, the in the water issues. This is in July 9th, 1990. And then on the right side is September 11, 2019. So in 20 years, we see the green parts of Jakarta is already go barren like this. So just little bits of green here in the north side. So how come this go like this, like that? Because there is climate change and also population growth. This is Jakarta, so many people live here, and also there is resource scarcity. So challenges in conventional farming is ensuring long-term food security because this conventional farming produce soil degradation. We saw here the picture of how the habitat of flora is like this, destructed, and soil degradation follows, and also water pollution and loss of biodiversity. So this is the forest, the origin forest, and this is the soil degradation because of the cuttings of the forest. So all this threaten the future productivity. So that's why we have to know principles of sustainable in agriculture. We have to encourage farming techniques that conserve resources, reduce emission, and protect ecosystem. For economic viability, we have to ensure that farms remain profitable while reducing input costs and increasing efficiency. And for social responsibility, we have to support fair labor practices, rural community development, and access to healthy food. So we go first to sustainable practices. What should we do to do the sustainable practices? The first one, we can go to crop rotation and diversity. I think everybody know crop rotation, that we rotate crops from time to time, and diversity means that we have many species at the same time, in the same time. So crop rotation and diversity replenish soil nutrients and prevent pest cycles. This is the example. Rice legume rotation. In the wet season, we plant rice. In dry season, we plant legumes like mung bean, Vigna radiata, or soybean, Glycine max. For vegetable rotation in highlands, we can plant cabbage, carrot, and potato. This is in West Java or Central Java. For agroforestry integration in Kalimantan and Sumatra, farmers rotate annual crops like maize or chili with perennial crops like banana, coffee, or rubber under agroforestry systems. The second one, we can go to doing organic farming, which is avoiding synthetic fertilizer and pesticides to protect soil and water quality. So we have this SNE Organic Indonesia. This is the document how we do the organic for Indonesia. What we do is using organic seeds, fertilizer, pesticides, organic livestock feed and management, fresh and processed product requirement from planting, harvesting, post-harvest, and sanitation processes. The general information and benefits of organic SNI aims to improve food quality, maintain environmental sustainability, protect consumer health, and increase farmer income. So this is very important for all of us. The third one is we use integrated pest management or IPM, which is combining biological, physical, and chemical tools to manage pests sustainably. IPM, this is the example, IPM in black pepper cultivation in Lampung, Bangka Belitung, and South Sumatra. A recent study highlights the use of IPM to combat the pepper stem borer, Lophobaris piperis, a major pest in black pepper farming. The strategies include use of tolerant pepper varieties, routine pest monitoring, mechanical control methods, environmentally responsible pesticide use, improved farmer training, and agricultural practices. And the challenges are limited farmer knowledge and skill. I think we have different farmer with different knowledge and skills all around Indonesia, inconsistent government support and market price pressure. So this is from the internal Indonesia or outside Indonesia. And the fourth one is the use of renewable resources. This is on the right side is the solar power. So we don't have like this. This is from the internet. I got from the internet. We utilize solar power, wind energy. This is the picture of the wind energy using a wind turbine and organic inputs to reduce reliance on non-renewables. So after that, we go to soil health management. Everybody, I think, have organic matter that we don't use in every house or in markets, traditional market, restaurant and things like that. So we should go to composting and make green manure. This composting and green manure enhances organic matter and soil structure while reducing waste. So we know in Indonesia, the organic matter in the soil is less than 2%. So we have to move it up so we can have a healthier soil. The second one is conservation tillage. So we see this in Bali. They have this what is it? Slopes and conservation tillage. So these slopes, and we see that the rice is growing here. Conservation tillage to minimize soil disruption, preserving structure, and reducing erosion. So we have to go like this if we want to use the slopes like this. And then we can use cover cropping, planting specific crops to cover soil, which enhances also soil fertility, prevent erosion, and fix nitrogen. We can use legumes like Mucuna pruriens or velvet bean, Vigna radiata or mung bean, Crotalaria juncea, sun hemp. Or we can use the grasses group, which is in this example is Panisatum purpureum or Napier grass. or sorghum. And then we can also the group of brassicas, Brassica juncea, mustard greens, Raphanus sativus, daikon radish, or we can also use other tropical cover crops such as Sesbania, Calopogonium. This is the Calopogonium on the left side. And we should have healthy soil, which increases soil fertility, retain water, and support plant resilience. We see the picture of how healthy this soil with the dark color. So the characteristic of the fertile soil is rich in nutrient, which is macro and micronutrients, good soil structure, high organic matter, adequate pH level acidic to neutral, pH 6 to 7.5 is optimal for most crops. Good water retention and drainage, active soil life, low in salinity and contaminants. We move on to water conservation techniques. We can use drip irrigation. So this is the drip irrigation. So the water drip just above the plant roots. This drip irrigation delivers water directly to roots and minimizing waste. The second one, we can harvest the rainwater. We see this house with the solar cell, and then the rainwater harvesting is to collect and store rainwater in storage for irrigation use. So you see this tanks, and then we can use it for irrigation. The third one is mulching. Cover the soil to retain moisture and reduce evaporation. We can use organic mulch or inorganic mulch. For organic mulch, we can use such as straw or hay, wood chips or bark, leaves, grass, clippings, compost, coconut husk or coir, rice hulls. So this is the coconut coir or coconut husk. For inorganic mulching, we can use plastic sheeting, black or clear in color, landscape fabric, gravel or pebbles, and rubber mulch. And the fourth one is the efficient water use, which is reduces pressure on freshwater sources and enhances growth resilience. Types of efficient in water using, we can use drip irrigation that delivers water directly to the plant roots, minimizing evaporation. And we go to mulching, reducing evaporation and improve soil moisture retention, rainwater harvesting to collect and store rainwater for irrigation, crop selection, choosing drought-resistant or native crops suited to local climates. Soil health management practices like composting and cover cropping improve water retention. And then we move on to agroforestry and biodiversity. On the right side, we can see there is intercropping with trees. This one is coconut with cocoa, and then pepper with coconut. And then on the C is coffee coconut. This is the coconut and the coffee underneath. And also the last one is coconut with pineapple. So intercropping with trees combine trees with crop to create a balanced ecosystem. Benefits of intercropping with trees is to improve soil fertility, microclimate regulation, enhance biodiversity, reduce erosion, and diversified income. So we can also see this example common intercropping system with trees. The first one is the alley cropping. Trees planted in rows with crops grown in alleys between. The example is Gliricidia sepium or Leucaena leucocephala with maize or cassava. Trees can be pruned or reduced to reduce shade and provide mulch or fodder. So there is the trees also can be used for other such as mulch or fodder. And then The second one is multi-strata agroforestry that mimics forest layers, tall trees, understory trees, shrubs, herbaceous crops. The example is coconut or durian trees with banana, coffee, and ginger. The third one is silvopasture. Trees provide shade, fodder, and sometimes fruit. The example is teak or mahogany with goats or cattle. The fourth one is boundary planting, useful for windbreaks, erosion control, and additional products. The example is planting bamboo, papaya, or moringa. The fifth one is the scattered trees in cropland. Trees are randomly or strategically placed in fields. For example, planting mango or jackfruit trees in rice fields. Maybe we should have more rice fields to plant mango and jackfruit trees. There are trees species that's suitable for intercropping in Indonesia, such as the nitrogen fixing, Gliricidia, Leucaena, Sesbania, fruit trees such as mango, banana, papaya, rambutan, durian, timber trees, teak, mahogany, multi-purpose trees such as moringa, neem, and coconut. The second one is biodiversity. Biodiversity enhances resilience. That means more species mean better pest resistance and pollination. So we can also make habitat for beneficial organism. On the right side, we can see solution for humanity on how to conserve insects. So there is many kinds of insect. We preserve the intact primary forest to conserve historic interaction in protected areas, this site. And then there is a conservation corridor with large fragments functionally connected. And then this is insect-friendly plantation. So we also plant trees here and then use agroecology. And there is dead tree resources. And also we have strict fire management and remove alien vegetation. So on this side, there is regenerating a forest that takes time to establish. So if we have a habitat beneficial for beneficial organism, it will encourage birds, bees, and natural pest predators. The fourth one is agroforestry that prevents erosion and improves carbon sequestration, such as in this picture. And then we move on to technological innovation. The first one is precision farming that uses data analytics and GPS to optimize planting, fertilization, and irrigation. So this is the picture with the GPS satellite tracking and navigation, and there is radio signal for differential correction, collects field data to determine soil fertility levels. And also there is the base station here. And for that, also we can use drones and sensor like this picture on the left that monitor crop health, soil moisture, and pest outbreaks in real time. The third one is AI in agriculture that can predict yields, optimize resource use, and support decision making. The fourth one is low emission machinery that reduces greenhouse gas emission and fuel use. Reducing CO2 emission, the potential of modern agriculture and construction machinery. So we have the agriculture 4.0 here. There is case studies such as SRI, System of Rice Intensification, method that increases yield with fewer inputs by altering spacing and water usage. And the second one is permaculture farms, design system that mimic natural ecosystem to reduce external inputs. So there is the design and the permanent culture. And the third one is organic cooperatives. Farmers share resources and practices improving market access and sustainability. Results show that increased productivity, environmental benefits, and community empowerment. So maybe we can learn from these case studies. And to conclude this presentation, this is the conclusion and call to action. Sustainable agriculture ensures that future generation have access to nutritious food. So this is very important one. So we have to do the sustainable agriculture. So the future generation have access to nutritious food. Everyone can contribute. This is for farmers by adopting green practices, for consumers by choosing sustainable products, and for policymakers by supporting green initiatives. So everybody can contribute. So it's time to act to support local farms, reduce waste, and advocate for sustainable food system. I think that's all. Thank you all for watching this presentation. I will stop share my presentation. Thank you. Assalamualaikum
Okay.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Prof. Sandra. It's very nice, very good, and very interesting presentation. I think we got a lot of knowledge from your presentation. Everybody, if you have any question, later on the session of question and answer, you can raise your hand, or you can write your question in the chatting area. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, next presenter will be Miss Yusmaneti Sari. Miss Yusmaneti, are you already here? Hello, Miss Yusmaneti, can you hear me?
Halo, selamat pagi. Good
Oh,
morning.
selamat
Halo,
pagi.
halo Pak. Yes, I can hear you, but yes.
Ya,
Selamat pagi Pak Yu.
ya,
Am I audible Pak? Terdengar
ya,
ya Pak ya?
Pak, it's okay.
Oke Pak.
Yeah, I'm Yul Bahar. I'm lecturer from the Bogor Agriculture Polytechnic. Yeah, I'm the lecturer in here. Bu Yusmaneti, now is your time to present about 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 the impact of climate change on the food security. Ladies and gentlemen, before Miss Sari present, I would like to introduce her. She is as representing of Dr. Rajendra Aryal from FAO, representative of Republic Indonesia in Jakarta. And based on her CV, that is very interesting. She is now is the food system specialist and FAO representative, and then previously he was a nutrition program officer in UN World Food Program. So you have many experience, yeah. You have many experience and also many skill and knowledge about the food security. So we are very happy to invite you come here, and please explain about your presentation. Now, Miss Sari, time is yours, please. Hello?
Oke.
Okay.
Ya Pak?
Yeah,
Oke, ya.
time is
Now
yours.
it's fine ya Pak ya? Oke,
Yeah,
thank you Pak Yul. Yeah, thank
yes.
you for this great opportunities, and I don't feel like I'm fine to be a presenter amongst those very expert here. And then yeah, so good morning also Prof. Sandra. So I'm here to represent Para Jendra since he needs to go. Yeah, he has a mission now. So okay, please allow me to share my screen. You can see my screen, Pak?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, so I think it's
Mm.
fine. Okay, so So I'm Sari. I'm from FAO Indonesia, and now I'm in the program team as a food system specialist. And since I'm the staff who in charge for food system, and this is the first thing that I would like to promote actually to all of you. Well, the title of this session is about the climate change impact on food security. And now I'm starting to trying to use the terms of food system rather than food security. Well, the food security itself is actually is being part of the food system. So it's being integrated, one system actually. And then if we are refer to the food law number 18, 2012, actually we already put the food system there to, I'm not going to say replace, but to comprehensive term rather than the food security itself. So, so please allow me to use food system term in here during my presentation rather than the food security. So the food security is actually there are like four indicators which represent the food security. So first is about the availability, accessibility, and then utilization, and also the price stabilization. So those four indicators actually is being part of the food system. So if you can see in the screen, the food system definition is actually we talk about the people, places, and activities that make food available in diverse ways, which is include from the production, from the downstream until the upstreams. So from the production, processing, distribution, and consumption, which influence and shape the choice that we make about what we want to eat, when, and how. And then maybe you already hear from Prof. Sandra about the sustainable food system. Yes, so this is what we are going to try to achieve in this era. How we are going to produce our food, which is also consider other aspects, including the environment. So what we eat is not really can hurt the environment issue, and also it can support the social and economic of the our people. So now the FAO is also trying to start to use the terms of agri-food system. And what is that? So we are not only talking about the agriculture's products, but we also talk about the food which coming from non-agriculture products, and also the non-food products which produce from the agriculture sectors. Now we start to using agri-food system terms rather than the food security. Okay, now you can see the
Miss
journey
Sandra, can
of
you
the.
make more slowly because participant is not so much fluent with our English. Yeah, make it more slowly.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Thank
okay,
you. Thank you.
Bapak.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you to remind me.
Yeah.
Okay, and okay, so we refer back to the terms of the food security, or now we can start to use the food system terms. Uh, it's represent on how the food journey from farm to table. So if you can see uh, how it's the food that's coming to our table now, it's starting from the inputs, from the agriculture inputs. So you can already heard from Prof. Sandra, any kind of input in agriculture sectors, which considering the sustainable approach, right? Okay, so we are starting from the inputs, and then we are trying to produce the foods. When it's already ready to be harvested, and then we start to post harvest. From post harvest, some of the products we can consume directly as a fresh food, but some of it is used for food that's not a food processing, right? So it can be intermediate product or ready to eat product, and then we start to distribute the foods
to the market, and from the market, and the people can function it. And then we also concern about the losses during the value chains, and also the waste which is coming from the households. So this is the food systems. And then if we talk about the food security, actually all these value chains which make the people can affordable, can access, can consume, and then we can make sure that the price is can be stable. That's what we call as food security. And if you refer back to the history, start from earlier after we get our independence, the government is really focused on the swasembada. Now we call it the food resiliency. And what is that? So the rice is become the main indicator that our food is secure and safe. And then in early 1960s, the government released the agrarian law, which make all the idle lands which become the production sites for rice. And since 1960s, a little bit forget, so the government start to make all the products become diverse. So I think this has become the starting point that we start to consider to eat a balanced diet. And then when the FAO conducted a World Food Conference, that's the first time that we trying to introduce the concept of food security. And the government and all the global people starting to use the terms, the food security. So the food security, that's what I'm talking about. It consists of the 4 indicators that I already mentioned. And to secure, to achieve those 4 indicators, to make sure that all the healthy foods are available and can be consumed by the people. So the government's trying to establish the first of food security agency. But this is what I'm talking about. It's not the Badan Pangan Nasional, yeah. So this is another Badan Ketahanan Pangan in 1990s. And the policies of food security will start to change into food system in early 2000s. I think start from 2003 at that time. So they're starting to change the terms into food system. And in 2012, Indonesia released the legal framework of food system, the first time, which I've mentioned. It's Food Law number 18, 2020, 2012, which called no longer as food security, but the food system. And nowadays, we are trying to see what happened with our food system. And then so many happen, including the changes. So we are trying to address all these issues, and then we conducted a series of food system dialogue, and that we make a pledge and also the roadmaps, which coming from all the efforts on the food system that we call as the Indonesian Development National Strategy Pathways of Food System Transformation. So we start the transformation of the food system. And what is the focus about? So the focus, I think the focus is some of them is already mentioned by Professor. So we are trying not to beyond on the availability, access, utilization, supplies, price stability, but also we started to concentrate on the food quality itself, its safety, and also the nutritional value, and protect the natural resources, and the implementation. We call this sustainable agriculture, and also how to mitigate the climate change. So how about I'm sorry because I missed the earlier session. So I hope maybe some of the presenters also talking about how is the condition of food and nutrition situation in Indonesia now. So in terms of the food availability,
and accessibility and consumption. If you can see, according to our report in 2024, 100 is around 128 million people is unable to afford a healthy diet. Okay, if you ask about what is the healthy diets, actually we have like three clustering of food types. So the first one is only to calorie-based diet. So it's we only focus on how to fulfill the calorie, the basic calorie, to for the people can be active normally. And what we are really focused is actually is aligned with the food excellency, which is we put the indicator of rice production only to fulfill our food resilience. And then from the calorie-based diet, we starting to calculate a basic nutritious diet. Basic nutritious diets, we only talk about all the foods which actually can fulfill your nutrients needs based on the FDR. And now, 128 million is referred to the healthy diet. The healthy diet is not only talking about the food that can fulfill your nutritious needs, but also its safety and its diversity. Yeah, I know it's very high indicator that we use, but if you talk about the healthy standard, according to all the standards around the globe, this is the fact. So around 128 million people in Indonesia is unable to afford a healthy diet. And based on the Global Food Security Index, which just released after 2022, Indonesia is ranked 16 out of 150. And since we don't have the Global Food Security Index report, we use the Global Hunger Index, which also show not a really good achievement. We are in the 77th out of 127 countries in the world. So now, if we are refer to one of the indicators which is used for food security indicator, guys, desirable dietary pattern (DPP), or in Indonesia is Pola Pangan Harapan. The score, yeah, is already 92.8. It's already high. Actually, our national target is around 95%. It's almost achieved. But if you can really see the weighting on how we are calculate this indicator, 65% from the indicator actually is still used the carbohydrate source. So we are still rich on carbohydrates in our diet pattern. And now Indonesia is still in the second place as a food waster in the world. Our food waste is around 115 to 184 kilograms per person or per capita per year. This is coming from the Batak report in 2021. And we also have another study that we call a SOFA. So we have SOFI, now we also have SOFA, which also calculate the hidden costs, where Indonesia is the biggest contribution among the Southeast Asia countries for the hidden costs on the health system. What is that? So the way that we have produced our food, actually, it's bring another burden for the malnutrition. And another disease burden, which actually it's a produce cost, and the cost is not directly happens when you produce your goods. Okay, and we are the biggest countries who contribute for the hidden cost for the health system, and also for the environment. Why? So for the health system we contribute 35%, which is for the environment we contribute 50%. So what is that means? The means is the way we are consuming now is not healthy. So the way we produce our foods now is not really, if we see from the consumption of, or from the utilization indicators, is not really the right one. Why? Because it's a bring the cost for our health outcomes. Let's say we have a big we have a high number of malnutrition, and also the burden of disease. And at the same time, the way we are produce our foods now, it's also hamper the environment. It's also produce produce the emissions which contribute to the global warming. And actually, this is something that actually why I am here, because I'm not the agronomist. So actually my background is heavy on the nutrition and also the public health. But I'm also coming from the ITB. So I also the ITB alumni. And this is make me think to think beyond of our sector. So we need to think about the cross-cutting. So how it's very interconnected within the lifestyle of the people with the impact to the environment, and also the way we produce the food. So if we can reduce our consumption on rice, which is the rice itself is the highest contribution for the emission reduction. Right, you already know, right? From the rice production, we produce methane, and the methane is the biggest contribution for the gas emission, which coming from the agriculture sector. So if we can reduce the rice consumption, so it's automatically can reduce the methane which produced from the rice, right? So Ibu Prof. Sandra earlier already mentioned about agroforestry, about multi-cropping. So on how we can also put another foods, another tanaman pangan, yeah, like sukun, like a breadfruit, and then sweet potatoes, and then cassava. That's something that actually we can eat as our carbohydrate sources. So if we reduce the emission that we produce to for the world, and then if we talk about the nutrition outcome, which is coming from the utilization, you can see we have a triple burden malnutrition. While we have people with low or below nutrition, how to say, so one is overnutrition and the other one is undernutrition. So it's very a big paradigm in this country. And also we have the hidden hunger, the one that we call as hidden hunger, which is micronutrient deficiency. Micronutrient is only the nutrients that we consume very small. Even very small, we have a big burden in this country. Let's say many people are anemic. And then the most important one is the pregnant woman. Why the pregnant woman is need an iron? Because it can influence on the baby that they deliver later on. If they are not really consume enough folic acid and then irons, it will cause the low birth babies. And then the low birth babies with highly potential to become discontent. So that's what I said. If interconnected between the dietary pattern and then the way we produce the planning our food system, and also all of these also contribute to the environment. And now we also faces the triple planetary crisis, as mentioned by Prof. Sandra again. Now we face the climate change, the pollution, and environmental damage, and also the biodiversity loss. This is some of the climate change effects in Indonesia. Maybe you're already aware, and even you already felt it, or even you already impacted. So the first is we can feel now how the temperature is already increased. So it's increased by years. It's around 0.5 to 0.7 degrees Celsius. And then the change rainfall, so it increases. And also the pattern of the our climates now, it's shifting without follow the pattern that we have before, right? So between the dry season and the rainy season, it's just changing without the same pattern like before. And then the how we also we also experience the El Nino and La Nina like last year or 2023. How you can feel all the droughts over the years, and which cause the low productivity of our goods. And also because of the global warming, of course, it's caused the rising sea level. And Indonesia, we experience every year it's rising from 1 centimeter to 12 centimeters per year. Okay, you can see what is the impact of the climate change. I think all of us we already knows. So all the climate change effect, of course, it will influence the quality of the product that we produce and also the quantity. Maybe the most impactful is the quantity. Like in 2023, that we have to import some of rice from the out of these countries because many of our farmers is failed to harvest their rice at that time, and then we need to import it around like 4 million tons around that. And then about the quality itself, once this is actually makes me also aware on the agriculture sectors. Why? Because the quality of the products that produce is really influenced by the way that we how to say cultivate. If you can really apply what Sandra already mentioned before on how we make sure the sustainability, actually the sustainability, it will make sure the healthy of the soil that the places that we produce our food. If the soil health is good, which is consists of many nutrients, of course, the quality of the products also will consist of those micronutrients, right? And if we can reduce to use the like fertilizers or pesticides, if we can the chemical one, if we can reduce it to use it, it will be ensure the safety of your products. So we also now have the concern about the pesticide residue in our foods that contain sometimes is not yet have a good regulation. So now we are trying to really see the policy, and then this is become the consideration of our consideration on how the qualifications approach is can really make sure the quality of the products, which also influence the content of the nutrient itself. And at the end, of course, it will influence of our health and nutrition outcomes. Okay, specific for agriculture. So it can be like vice versa. So the way that we are cultivate now is really influence or contribute to the emission that produce from our production. While In the other hand, the climate change itself also influence the production of our foods because of the effect of the climate change. So it can be really influence each others, and that's why we need to stop this circle, and then we start to implement the sustainable one. Okay. I think everything about the fixation, blah blah blah, all the technique of the sustainable agriculture is already well explained by Prof. Sandra, and I don't think that I need to repeat in here. Okay, now the government also have the same concern, and they already put on the long-term national development planning for 2025 to 2045. So actually, this planning until Indonesia Emas, until the vision of the goal of Indonesia. So they already put about the transformation of food systems towards developed, sovereign, and sustainable. So everything our concern actually is already put by the governments in the long-term national development plan. Okay. So they already put some related indicators, and it's already aligning in the RPJMN, in the new RPJMN 2025 to 2029. So if you can see, one of the main target is about food, energy, and water access. So we are trying to achieve a food, energy, and water self-sufficiency. Well, in another hands, if you can see the five priorities, and in the point number 5 is how to reduce the GSB, the greenhouse gas emissions intensity toward to net zero emission until 2060. So everything is already aligning. We are trying to produce our foods while we try to keep maintaining our environment. So like what I've mentioned earlier, so FAO is trying to help the governments to really see or to put the roadmaps on how we are going to achieve the sustainable agri-food system. And this is the 5 main priorities for the national strategic pathways for food system transformation. Okay, so the first one is about improved diets, and we also promote the coastal or ocean-based food. And the second one is how to protect and restore the natural resources. And then the third one is inclusive business and circular economy. And this priority, actually, we are really concerned on how to include the youth and women and also the customary people on these agriculture sectors. And the fourth one is the resilient as local food system. And the 5 is actually how to improve inclusive governance. Governance in here is actually we are talking about the coordination among the stakeholders on all the actors, including academia and also you as a student. Okay, and this is how FAO can support this pathway, this national pathways. We have several interventions and programs which coming from the forestry, from the inland fisheries, from the marine, from the coastal, from the livestock, from the nutrition, and also the agriculture itself, including the digital ones and the high advanced technology. So we are trying to implement or piloting some of the technologies that already mentioned or explained by Prof. Sandra. Okay. Okay, this is the key milestone from the national strategic pathways. So you can see or focus on how we are trying to mitigate and adapt it, the climate change effect. You can see from the priority number 2 on how we are protect and restore the natural resources. So we are trying to maintain the genetic diversity. So since we are start to losing our biodiversity, while Indonesia is the second one biggest country with which have the range of biodiversity in the world. So we are trying to maintain. So what we are trying to use or implement the cultivation approach is trying to also preserve the biodiversity that we have. And the other one is we are trying to align between the agenda of food system preservation with the climate actions, which trying to achieve the Paris Climate Agreement. The Paris Climate Agreement is we are trying to maintain the global warming below the 2 or 1.5 degrees Celsius. And then the result is we have 4 actions, convergence actions, which include the reduce emission from food waste and loss, promote responsible consumption and production, which is including the climate smart agriculture, sustainable agriculture, like already mentioned by Prof. Sandra, and it's also include all those technology and digital, and also the concept of agroecology. And then we have advanced the circular economy and also enable the blue transformation. And the last one is we are trying to promote the SDG Global Roadmap, which has 120 actions in for 10 working areas. Working areas means each including the livestock, nutrition, water, data, technology and digital, and so on. So we are trying to identify from all of the countries which are the actions which very effective to address the climate change impact. So from the 120 activities, we are trying to mapping in Indonesia and trying to put it in policies. And we also trying to introduce the Fable calculator. The Fable calculator means now from all those sectors, we can also calculate the emissions that's produced from those activities. I think that's all. Thank you. Back to you, Pak Yul.
Ya, baik, oke, thank you very much, Bu Isma Netisari. It is very nice presentation. It's very attractive. Yeah, can give us the opinion, give us the condition of our climate change, which impact to the food security and food production. Thank you very much, Bu Isma. But could you please to keep in your room because there are some question which you have to answer after on the question and answer session. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, the next section, it should be Mr. Mindo Sianipar. But we just got information that he cannot join because he has a duty trip to Manado. As we know that Mr. Mindo Sianipar is the member of the House of Representatives. And he informed us that he cannot join. So he very apologized for this matter. So for next time, we come to the next presentation. We invite Pak Professor Dr. Dedi Nur Samsi, my colleague and my boss, yeah, in here. Professor Dedi Nur Samsi will explain to us about the extension agriculture policy of the Ministry of Agriculture. Before you start, Pak Prof. Dedi, I would like to introduce to all of you that we already know Pak Dedi Nur Samsi. He is the former DG of Agriculture Extension and Human Resources Development of the Ministry of Agriculture, and now he is a senior specialist, senior extension specialist in Ministry of Agriculture, and he has a lot of experience. He has a lot of duty activities in the Ministry of Culture. So in this time, I would like to invite Prof. Dedi to explain to us, to inform to us about the policy of National Agriculture Extension to have food sufficiency. Pak Dedi, can you hear me?
Okay,
Yeah. Okay, Pak Dedi. Now it's time for you about 30 minutes to explain about your presentation. Please, Pak Dedi.
okay, thank you, Chairman. So first, I would like to thanks very much committee who invited me to deliver this presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, particularly for invited speakers, and also audience. Today, I would like to talk about the policies of national agriculture extension to achieve food self-sufficiency. This is outline of my presentation, introduction, condition of national agriculture, condition of agriculture extension, national policy to achieve food self-sufficiency, national policies of agricultural extension, and closing. Introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, President Prabowo Subianto's first speech at the inauguration session of the President and Vice Presidents of the Republic of Indonesia for the 2024 until 2029 period in Senayan, Jakarta, October 20th, 2024. He said like this: ladies and gentlemen, I have declared that Indonesia must immediately become self-sufficient in food in the shortest possible time. So it means that we have to increase production. And also, we have to stop food import, particularly for rice and maize. This is agricultural productivity leverage. So at least there is three agents or three factors can affect on agricultural productivity. The first one is technology in infrastructure. It contributes about 25% on agricultural productivity. Second one is regulation and local wisdom. It also contributes about 25%. And the other one is human resource, including extensionists and farmers. It contributes higher, about 50%. Ladies and gentlemen, how to make human resource can increase productivity? Of course, in Ministry of Agriculture, there is three kind of pillars. The first one is education, training, extension. So with these pillars, we can make farmers or extension workers more professional, independent, competitiveness, and entrepreneurship, so that we can increase productivity, quality, continuity, as well as efficiency. Condition of national agriculture. This is factual conditions of national agriculture development. Currently, we are now in food emergency conditions because the total of rice import in 2023 is around 3.06 million tons. This is highest in the last 5 years. In 2024, achieved about 3.6 million tons. Decreasing in agricultural commodity productivity. And the most thing is agricultural extension condition is dire. There's a low capacity of extension worker in terms of technology experiences due to limited budget in local government, and it only depends on central government. Decreasing in research result support since the research has moved to National Research and Innovation Agency. All conditions resulted agricultural production decrease and import increase. For example, in 2024, rice production, national rice production is about 30.5 million tons. Requirement about 31.5 million tons. So government rice reserve is about 2.5 million tons. So that we have deficit about 3.5 million tons. So that is why in 2024, we achieved the import until 3.6 million tons. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see harvest area, yield, and rice production. We can see the red color. From 1995 until 2024, we can see here that harvest area decreased. And then productivity is relatively stagnant. And production, of course, decreased from 33.87 million ton to only 30.38 ton. This is macroeconomics and agricultural growth. We can see this figure. The blue one is annual growth of agricultural sectors. The red one is annual economic growth. We can see that agricultural growth less than national economic growth. It means that agricultural productivity decreased. Condition of agriculture extension. After published law number 22, 1999 about local government, agriculture extension worker moved from central to local government. And then law number 23, 2014 about local government also, where agricultural sector categorized as concurrent choice. So that the perception of local government on extension worker varied very much. So that is why the institution of extension worker in province level and in district level were removed. Agriculture extension of local government was not in line with those of central government. Quality and quantity of human resources decreased. So then technology transfer was not running well. Agricultural facilities and infrastructure, including fertilizer, seed, mechanization, and capital were not effective. Agriculture extension services were not optimal. Collaboration with other stakeholders also decreased, so that agriculture extension was ineffective, including extension institution, human resources, implementation, budgeting, facilities, and infrastructure. Through all of the things resulted productivity was stagnant. We can see that rice productivity 5.0 until 5.2 ton per hectare, more than 30 years. As the crop productivity of farmer was also stagnant. Animal productivity also was low. Good agricultural practices and good handling practice also was not optimal. Conception of direction of agricultural extension policy. Agricultural extension in the future will face some social and political conditions with several main targets. For example, this year, we have target Galuh LTT, Gerakan Penyuluh Genjot LTT. Yeah, extension worker movement to increase planting area. The second one is Brigade Pangan. Brigade Pangan, including modern agriculture, including millennial farmers. Let's see the lesson learned of rice self-sufficiency in 1984. At the time, Indonesia succeeded to move up from being the world's largest rice importing country to being self-sufficiency country. President Suharto and farmers went to Rome to receive an award from FAO. The main program of Suharto policies is Green Revolution, starting from Demas UGM 1964, demonstrasi massal, and then BIMAS, bimbingan massal. Bimbingan is extension, BIMAS gotong royong, BIMAS nasional, BIMAS and INSUS with Panca Usaha Tani. Panca Usani, or in Java language, Rabigaba, including fertilization, new varieties, land preparation, irrigation, and pest management. Sorry. So from this explanation, key to success, to achieve rice self-sufficiency in 1984 is increased extension, increased facilities and infrastructure, and also technology innovation, and there is president policies. We call it per press, in press, per man, etc. Yeah. So that is why we achieve rice self-sufficiency. National policy to achieve food self-sufficiency. Yeah. This is Prabowo breakthrough to achieve food self-sufficiency. At least there is 11 policies of President Prabowo to achieve food self-sufficiency. First, increase fertilizer subsidy from 4.7 until 9.55 million tons. And also cut standard operating procedure, from more than 100 into some. Second one, to develop, to improve irrigation, including rolling and rain-fed rice field. So planting index increase from 100, it means once in a year, to become 200, it means twice in a year, including irrigation rice field. Planting index increase from 200 to 300. Also, write-off farmers debt, particularly for UMKM, usaha menengah kecil mikro. Gradually from this year until 2029. And also there is low optimization. New rice field, 3 million hectares, is also gradually. And also there is Brigade Pangan, or modern agriculture, including millennial farmer with income potency more than 10 million Indonesian rupiah per month. Bulog also absorb rice from farmers. Increase HPP, harga pembelian pemerintah, from 6,000 to 6,500. Maize 5,000 to 5,500. And then stop of import of rice, maize, salt, and sugar start from this year. And then there is land. There is land of 20 million hectares for food and energy. And then finally, President Prabowo produced withdraw the extension worker central governments with publishing President Instruction number 3 this year. Ladies and gentlemen, so that the solution to achieve self-sufficiency must increase facilities and infrastructure and technology innovation. The second one, policies from president and minister, and also increase access. So that is why President Prabowo produced instruction president instruction number 3 this year about empowering agricultural extension to accelerate achievement of food self-sufficiency by withdraw extension worker from local government to central government. So from this president instruction, of course, agricultural extension is more effective. So of course, there is increasing in production, and then we have to achieve self-sufficiency. National Agriculture Program from last year. So our target is food self-sufficiency, particularly for rice and maize. So how to achieve food self-sufficiency? So we have to increase planting index from 100 to 200, 200 to 300. And also we have to increase productivity from 3 until 5, from 5 until 7 tons per hectare. And also increase competitiveness, develop modern agriculture. So that is why there is many programs, actually only 8 programs in this presentation. Actually there are many. So for example, planting area, and also seed program, and also subsidized fertilizer. President Prabowo and Minister Andi Amran Sulaiman have declared that subsidized fertilizer increased significantly from 4.7 to 9.55 million tons per year. And also irrigation. There is land optimization, newly raised feed or food estate, and then there is Brigade Pangan. Brigade Pangan or modern agriculture, including mechanization, hygienic varieties, balanced fertilization, integrated pest management, corporation, and millennial farmers. And then the one is empowering extension worker and farmers, farmer group. So from this program, also, of course, we have to achieve the output or beneficial, planting index increase, productivity increase, competitive increase, modern agriculture also develop, and then finally, of course, achieving food self-sufficiency, particularly for rice and maize. National Policy of Agriculture Extension. We have many regulations of agricultural extension. The first one is law number 22, 1999 about local government, and then law number 16, 2006 about agriculture, fisheries, and forestry extension system, and then Ministry of Agriculture regulation, number 45, and then law number 23, Minister of Agriculture regulation number 131, also President regulation number 35, 2022 about strengthening the function of agricultural extension, and finally, published already that President instruction number 3 this year about empowering agricultural extension worker to accelerate food self-sufficiency. So what next? Actually, there is urgent thing. It is a presidential regulation about the mechanism and procedure for international working relation in the field of agriculture, in the implementation of agriculture extension to accelerate national food sufficiency. Now it's still process. Proposing as follows. First, organizing institution. We are proposing organizing institution at central province until village level. In central level, of course, there is Indonesian Agency for Agriculture Extension and Human Resource Development. In province level, there is Indonesian Center for Agriculture Extension and Information Services. In regency or city level, there is Agriculture Extension Institute. In sub-district, Agriculture Extension Institute. And village level, we are proposing village extension post. This is relative agriculture institution. In the central, there is technical Directorate General. In Ministry of Agriculture, there is BRMP. There is also Bapanas, BRIN, Kemendikbudristek. In province level, there is Dinas, Badan Lingkup Pertanian Pangan. Province level, including BRMP province, university, etc. In regency or city level, Dinas Badan Pangan at regency level. In sub-district, there is UPTD, KCD, PUPT, PBT, Petugas, IB, Medik, etc. And in the village, there is Farmer Group Association, Farmer Economic Group, etc. We are proposing also the mechanism and working relationship system. You can see here, the extension institution is the centra for Ministry of Agriculture. And then there is Indonesian Agency for Agriculture Extension and Human Resource Development. And then in the province level, there is Indonesian Center for Agriculture Extension and Information Services. And in the regency level, there is Agriculture Extension Institute. And also in sub-district level, there is Balai Penyuluhan Pertanian, is Agriculture Extension Institute. And then in the village level, there is Posdufdes, and then there is Poktan, Gapoktan, Farmers Group, Farmer Group Association, etc. The Dutch line is coordination, and the line is controlling and mentoring. We are proposing also working mechanism like this, from levels, from central level until village level. This is organizing institution and then activities and also output. And then finally, we are also proposing work relationship management. Team level from the province until village level, like this. This is work relationship. For example, for central level until province level, there is coordination of controlling the implementation of extension and acceleration of food sufficiency. And then there is internal technical teams of agency or Directorate General. The work relationship is controlling and mentoring the implementation of tasks and functions. This is closing our presentation. The key to success in increasing productivity and production so that we achieve rice self-sufficiency in 1984 were A, increasing extension suffices, B, providing agricultural facilities, infrastructure, and applicating technology, and C, ISV, presidential policies, which will follow by ministerial and regional government policies. 2, Presidential Instruction number 3 of 2025 concerning the empowering agriculture extension to accelerate food self-sufficiency by withdrawing essential worker to the central government was a breakthrough of the president's policy to accelerate the achievement of food self-sufficiency. Based on this policy, the main task of agriculture extension worker is to implement and support all Ministry of Agriculture programs so that food self-sufficiency is quickly achieved. Third, the next urgent thing is presidential regulation about the mechanism and procedure for interinstitutional working relation in the field of agriculture, in the implementation of agriculture extension to accelerate national food self-sufficiency. That is all. Terima kasih.
Okay. Thank you very much, Pak Prof. Dedi, for your excellent presentation and good communication to us. Ladies and gentlemen, brother, sister, and colleagues, now our turn to come to the question and answer. If you have any question directly, could you please to raise your hand? Anybody, anybody raise hand here? I'm waiting. If there is any direct question, anybody? Hello? Nobody? Okay. While waiting for the direct question, so Pak Bu Prof. Sandra, Miss Sari, and Pak Prof. Prof. Dedi, there are some questions in the chat room. There are two questions for Miss for Professor Sandra, two questions for the Miss Yusmaneti Sari, and also two questions to Professor Dedi Nursamsi. So you can see in the chat room. First, I would like to give the time to answer of the question for Professor Sandra Alim. Prof. Sandra, can you see the question in the
Yes,
chat room?
yes, I can see the
Yeah, there
question.
are two questions concerning on your presentation.
Okay.
Could you please directly? So I don't need to write again, right?
Okay,
Just
okay.
see
I
that.
can read the question.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Could you please
Pak
answer,
Yulman.
Prof. Sandra?
The question from Pak Arifin Tasrif about the role of in agricultural practices in availability and stability of food supplies. I think agricultural practices play a critical role in shaping both the availability and stability of food supplies. For availability of food supplies, crop yield optimization plays the role, I think, because practices like precision farming, irrigation management, and fertilizer application directly affect how much food is produced. So we can also use high yield varieties and genetically modified crops. It can also significantly boost outputs. And the second one is land use efficiency. The third one is seasonal and regional adaptation. So crop rotation and selection of regional specific crops ensure year-round availability and reduce dependency on imports. I think it's very important. So that's why our farmers should know how to rotate the crops they plant. And the fourth one is the post-harvest handling. So proper storage, transportation, and processing reduce losses and increase the amount of food that reaches consumers. For stability of food supplies, I think soil health and sustainability, and then climate resilience, pest and disease management, and the last one is economic and policy support can stabilize the food supplies. I think I already mentioned in my presentation.
Yeah.
So For a tropical region like Indonesia, I also presented in my presentation, multi-strata agroforestry and permaculture, especially effective in maintaining biodiversity and food stability. So community-based farming and local seed banks can enhance resilience and reduce resilience on global supply chains. I think that's my answer for Dr. Arifin Tasrif. And then I move on to the question by Pak Nurfianto.
Malang.
Yeah, from Malang. So I think there are some recommendation for sustainable technology packages. Maybe I move on to the recommended technology for packages for sustainable agriculture. The first one is the soil amendment and conditioning. I think liming, organic matter addition, green manure, and cover crops will enhance the soil problem like pH. And then for the second one is water management. Raised beds or mounds, improve drainage and root aeration, mulching, retains moisture and suppresses weeds, planting and swale. So it can manage the water flow and reduce erosion. The third one is crop selection and intercropping design. So we have to choose the drought tolerant rice varieties or short duration soybeans, for example, and use spatial arrangement to minimize competition and optimize light use. I think we already doing things like that, and rotate into crops seasonally to break pest cycles and improve the soil health. For weed and pest control, I already mentioned the IPM for this integrated weed management, which combine manual, technical, mechanical, biological method. Or we can use also allelopathic cover crops or natural herbicides, promote beneficial insects, and biopesticides for pest control. And for capacity building and farmer support, we have to train the farmers so they know how to test the soil, how to use the organic inputs, and do the ecological practices. I think it's very important. And provide access to local composting units, lime sources, and seed banks. I think I already covered what Pak Nurfianto and Dr. Arifin Tasrif question.
May I have question, Prof. Sandra?
Yes,
Is
please.
any role of the medicinal crop or herbal crop on implementing of the sustainable agriculture?
Yes, I think, of course, medicinal plants that has many, compounds or metabolite compounds can be used as the pesticides and things like that, and also as the companion plant for the plant that we plant, so the pests cannot attack our plant. I think it's really important to use
Yeah,
that.
okay. Okay, thank you very much, Professor Sandra.
You're welcome.
You already answered the question from the participant. Next turn, I would like to invite Miss Yusmaneti Sari, I'm sorry, to answer. There are at least two questions in the room chat. Could you please to answer, Miss Sari?
Thank you, Pak Yu, and thank you for the questions. I think I also received from Pak Novianto and then Pak Kaman Hayati.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even what you are asking is about my opinion, but it's a quite political questions actually. And then so yeah, maybe I'm just trying to to respond on these questions is actually what is the government trying to address through this policy is to for the welfare of the farmers, for the obligation to buy all the unwhole rice at a fixed price, regardless the quality. But at the end, yes, we have now have a disruption on the private markets. We are well aware about it, and I think yeah, we need to see or create between the from the supply side. From the presentation also show maybe some of the level of the productivity actually connected to the demand. So I think we need to see the how we can meet the at the point from all of us. I mean, uh, this uh, this policy coming because of our concern for the farmers during this time. We only receive the rice, not the unwhole rice, and then it makes them can only sell their unwhole rice to the middleman. And actually, this is what the government is trying to address this issue. While in fact, uh, the impact is now all the rice millers, they hold back their stocks because the price they cannot meet the fixed price. So at the end, we at this condition that we couldn't we face the high price of the rice and also the scarcity. But we are trying to, and I think until now the government is still can manage the inflations, and we still can make the rice is still accessible for all. That's the first thing that I think we can do for now. And then all those social protection also become one of another way just to prevent those people cannot afford to buy this rice. I just can't say like that.
Yeah.
So we are still in the process on how we can meet the equilibrium for all these situations. And then for the second one is actually what is the government strategies to adopt the how we can mitigate and adapt it from the climate change. Like what I said, so actually the government is already have so many like roadmaps, national strategic, and we now trying to align it between the production sites and then our and also our commitment to mitigate the zero net emissions. So yeah, one of the government that we have been supported now is trying to how to adopt the like low carbon rice, and then we are trying to, because rice is the main contribution for the methane for the gas emissions. So that's why we are really concerned on how we can really make the farmers can really implement the sustainable rice production, the SRP. Maybe Bu Sandra juga you already involved ya Bu ya in some research maybe or intervention to introduce to the farmers on the SRP, sustainable rice production.
Yes.
Yeah, on how we can reduce the waters, the efficiency of the waters using, and then how to reduce the fertilizers and also the
Yes.
pesticides. Yeah, so yeah, this is the first one that the government is trying to do, because rice is the main contribution, the main contributor. And the others is already mentioned by Ibu Sandra. Is now we are adapted for the agro-silvopastoral, agroforestry.
Yes.
So we are trying to what we call as conservation agriculture. So yeah, we are trying to preserve the natures while we are still continuing to produce the foods, not limited to the food that we are consuming, but also the food with the high price commodity like coffee, cocoa, and also palm oil.
That
Okay,
means
so
biodiversity also.
yes, Ibu, yes, yeah. So we are trying to address those points, like you said, biodiversity and climate change pollution. And also at the same time, we are trying to empower the women, youth, and also the customary people. Thank you.
Bu Sari, can you explain to us about your FAO lesson learned, FAO successful on related with the climate change? Is there any activities, I mean direct activities of successful on that matters?
Yes, Pak. Yes, that is, we are focusing on the rural, in the rural areas. Well, now the government is really concerned on the high advanced technology. And then, yeah, so, but what we are going to do in the rural areas is something actually very simple,
Yeah.
more simple. Yeah, because to change the way of the farmers to on their cultivations approach, it's really hard to change. So we just trying to introduce the simple one, like trying to reduce or no more tillage, something like that. Multi-crops, and trying to use the legumes-based plants, so it can be biomass for the plants, and then some of the organic
Yeah.
yeah, we are trying to provide like composting organic tank, something like that. And then the most, I think the most effective and efficient is how to say it. So we are trying to implement the precision farming, but without digital or technology tools. So just through the cara budidayanya aja gitu. Jadi when you put the inputs, when and how much is more precision, more precise. So we make sure that it can be well absorbed directly to the nutrient. I mean, ya jadi it can increase the yield with the same area. So we implement it in the entity, and then we trying to calculate the carbon emissions, and it's reduced. The methane that resulted from this approach can be reduced. It can be reduced like 25%, but increase yield up to 50%.
Very good, very good. Okay, thank you very much, Bu Yusmani.
Okay, Mr. Yu. I think Mr. Yu is
Suaranya hilang.
technically problem. Yes, sir. Oh, Mr. Dedi, there is 2 questions for you.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Nggak ada Zoom. On the chat box.
Yeah, okay. Actually, there is 2 questions for me. Yeah. It is from Pak Nurfianto and from Pak Kaman Hayati. Yeah. The first question is about role of agriculture extension workers in implementing of precision agriculture. So, of course, it is very, very fully important for agriculture extension workers to deliver the technology such as precision agriculture to the farmers. Of course, we have a mechanism starting from there is TOT, training of trainers. So we train, agricultural extension. We have 3 pillars. The first one is extension. Second one is training. The third one is education. So from Indonesian Center for Training, conducted training of trainers, particularly for extension worker in the province level and in the district level, sometimes until sub-district level. For example, how to make compost, yeah, how to develop balanced fertilization, and then how to use the hygienic variety, etc., including, of course, precision farming, how to use PUTS, perangkat uji tanah sawah, and then PUTK, perangkat uji tanah kering. Tanah sawah, it is paddy soil test kit, and then swampland test kit, and then dryland test kit. We have many test kits. So after training of trainers, continue to training of farmers. Finally, training of farmers. So the extension worker, particularly in the sub-district level, in the BPP, in the Balai Penyuluhan Pertanian, Agriculture Extension Institute in sub-district level, of course, continue to train the farmers. How to use the PUTK, how to use the PUTS, how to make compost, etc. So that according to my opinion, it is very fully important, the role of agriculture essential workers to implement all of our technology, particularly from university also, technology also from research institute, etc. And then the government, of course, Ministry of Agriculture provide the tools. For example, PUTS, perangkat uji tanah sawah, paddy soil test kit, is provided by Ministry of Agriculture and then distribute to the extension worker until sub-district level. And then the second question is from Pak Kaman Hayati, about the mechanism and place to monitor and evaluate the performance of agriculture extension services in the program of food self-sufficiency. So actually, we have many systems in controlling and evaluating all of Indonesian MOA, Indonesian Ministry of Agriculture program. Of course, there is level from sub-district level. So extension worker in sub-district level report all of their activities. For example, in planting area. In planting area, so we have push-through, electronic push-through, electronic extension worker. So this application can be used by extension worker to report all their activities to the central. Of course, from sub-district level, report to district level, and then report to province level, report to central level. But by this application, we can now extension worker report directly. At the time, we can see the extension report from the application. So actually, we have one application maybe in one program. For example, for fertilizer subsidies, there is pupuk, electronic pupuk. There is for particularly also for extension worker, especially there is push-through. And then for reporting of LTT, we can have also a Galuh LTT. Many applications for evaluating and monitoring our program. Saya kira demikian. Terima kasih.
Okay. Thank you very much, Pak Dedi. I'm very sorry because my signal had suddenly lost, so I cannot join. I'm very sorry for that. Okay, Bapak Ibu sekalian, ladies and gentlemen, my colleagues. So all of the question sent in the chatting room have already answered. So we would like to thanks very much to the resource person Professor Sandra Arifin, Miss Yusmaneti Sari, and Professor Dedi Nur Samsi for very excellent explanation and also for very excellent answer of the question. So thank you very much. Yeah, I hope the audience can satisfied for this the answer and presentation of our resource person. I would like to thank you very much, Pak, again, Prof. Sandra, Miss Yusmaneti Sari, and also Pak Prof. Dedi. For all of them, let we give a big applause for them. Okay, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Now, next turn, I will return to moderator Miss Wisda. Please, Miss Wisda.
Thank you, Mr. Yu. Ladies and gentlemen, we will show you in a moment the certificate shortly to all of our speakers today. Can the committee please share screen about the certificate? Yeah, the certificate is what? Okay, so we would like to inform all the participants today. Please, you can check the chat box about the presence link of this webinar international of this event today. We are also have a technically problem here, Mr. Yo.
Yeah. In my room, just lows. So disappears, so make me nervous also.
But finally, you can join us again.
Yeah, lucky. I'm lucky.
Okay, the committee is ready. Okay, we would like to say thank you to Professor Dr. Insinyur Sandra Arifin Aziz MSc for the participation. And then the next.
Thank you.
The software we will send to you too, yeah, Prof. Sandra. Don't worry, not only shown on this on this
Thank
Zoom.
you.
Okay. All right. We're still waiting. Whose certificate next to be shown? Okay, to Mr. Kaman Hayati, we would like to know about your phone number. Please send your phone number to the committee. Okay, this is to Professor Dr. Insinyur Dedi Nur Syamsia MAGR. Thank you for your participation today.
Thank you very much.
And then the last to Miss Yusmaneti Sari. Maybe the
Ikut
committee is
kebagian
still,
ya Ibu ya.
yeah, I'm still looking for your certificate. Okay, do you will leave soon?
I'm sorry ya Bu Nisa.
Okay, thank you so much to Miss Yusmaneti Sari. Yay.
Thank you.
So all of the speakers have certificate today. Well, okay, Mr. Yu, I will close the event. Tolong di unmute. Yeah, Mrs. Yusmaneti has already leaving. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we have now reached the end today's international webinar. On behalf of the organizing committee, we sincerely thank all the speakers, moderators, and all participants today for your valuable presence and contributions. We hope today's discussion has been informative and will inspire new ideas in collaboration in the journey toward food self-sufficiency. Let us continue working hand in hand toward achieving food self-sufficiency through innovation and collaboration. I, Ardiani Dawisda, along with the entire organizing committee, would like to express our gratitude for your attention and participation. Thank you once again. Stay safe, stay healthy, and see you at our next event. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, everybody.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you all. Thank you very much.
Prof.
Thank you
Dedi.
very much.
Izin, please.
Dari tanah Cugur di Bogor yang hijau, Polbangkam berdiri harapan bangsa, mencetak pemuda semangat membara, siap membangun pertanian Indonesia. Kami belajar, kami berkarya, di sini kami ditempa jadi petani muda, mendukung program Kementerian Pertanian bertujuan majukan pertanian, sejahtera harapan, Politeknik Pembangunan Pertanian Bogor, mencetak generasi petani yang tangguh. Kami maju, kami bergerak, membangun negeri pertanian yang kuat. Teknologi modern, ilmu terdepan, kami genggam erat untuk masa depan. Mengolah lahan, mencipta inovasi, dengan cinta bumi kami terus beraksi. Kami belajar, kami berkarya, di sini kami ditempa jadi petani muda, mendukung program Kementerian Pertanian bertujuan majukan pertanian, sejahtera harapan, Politeknik Pembangunan Pertanian Bogor, mencetak generasi petani yang tangguh. Kami maju, kami bergerak, membangun negeri pertanian yang kuat. Dengan ilmu, keterampilan di tangan, kami siap membangun pertanian gemilang. Polbangkam Bogor, kami bangga bersamamu, generasi muda, petani Indonesia maju. Politeknik Pembangunan Pertanian Bogor, mencetak generasi petani yang tangguh. Kami maju, kami bergerak, membangun negeri pertanian yang kuat. Politeknik Pembangunan Pertanian Bogor, mencetak generasi Indonesia, kami siap berkarya. Satukan tekad, wujudkan visi, gapai tujuan. Prodi penyuluhan pertanian berkelanjutan, bahu-membahu bekerjasama, mendukung program utama Politeknik Pembangunan Pertanian Bogor. Prodi penyuluhan pertanian berkelanjutan, mencetak generasi pertanian yang berdaya saing dan tahan banting. Bumi subur jadi saksi, kerja keras tak sia-sia, menuju pertanian kuat, berkelanjutan sepanjang masa. Prodi penyuluhan pertanian berkelanjutan, mencetak generasi pertanian yang berdaya, taring dan tahan banting. Bumi subur jadi saksi, kerja keras tak sia-sia, menuju pertanian kuat, berkelanjutan sepanjang masa. Di BPN bersinergi membangun negeri. Di BPN berkomitmen memajukan penyuluhan pembangunan berkelanjutan. Kami berjuang demi cita-cita, membangun agribisnis yang jaya. Hortikultura modern berteknologi, menuju masa depan yang pasti. Prodi agribisnis hortikultura, kuatkan tekad kami semua, maju bersama mencapai tujuan, berdiri tangguh penuh harapan. Visi kami jelas, terakreditasi unggul, smart urban farming menjadi arah baru, menjadi profesional penuh daya saing. Di bidang hortikultura kami beriring. Prodi agribisnis hortikultura, kuatkan tekad kami semua, maju bersama mencapai tujuan, berdiri tangguh penuh harapan. Dengan karakter manajer yang siap siaga, mengelola produksi hingga pemasaran bersama, keuangan dan SDM terampil kami jaga, mutu dan risiko semua terkelola. Prodi agribisnis hortikultura, kuatkan tekad kami semua, maju bersama mencapai tujuan, berdiri tangguh penuh harapan. Di Bogor kami berkarya, selalu menyongsong masa depan yang baru. Penuh harapan. Di Polbangtan Bogor kami berkarya, mengabdi, berprestasi untuk bangsa. Prodi AGH-ku jaya selalu menyongsong masa depan yang baru. Mekanisasi pertanian di Polbangtan, di kota Bogor kami dilahirkan. Dengan alat mesin dan pertanian presisi, kami berkarya untuk negeri. Prodi TM selalu mengabdi untuk negeri, setia berbakti dalam usaha perawatan perbaikan, maju bersama penuh pengabdian. Visi kami terakreditasi, unggul berprestasi, berbasis cerdas mandiri, modern berdikari. Pendidikan penelitian bagi negeri, dengan smart agrikultur kita melangkah pasti. Melayani masyarakat, inovasi terbuka, pelatihan karakter, bersama kita kuatkan. Kerjasama luas, perguruan tinggi dan dunia kerja, memajukan pertanian, langkah kita nyata. Prodi TM selalu mengabdi untuk negeri, setia berbakti dalam usaha perawatan perbaikan, maju bersama penuh pengabdian. Visi kami terakreditasi, unggul berprestasi, berbasis cerdas mandiri, modern berdikari. Pendidikan penelitian bagi negeri, dengan smart agrikultur kita melangkah pasti. Mekanisasi pertanian langkah pasti, mencipta SDM yang handal dan berbudi. Tanaman perkebunan hingga hortikultura, berbasis teknologi kita maju bersama. Teknologi mekanisasi di tangan kita, menghadirkan masa depan sejahtera semua. Dengan semangat gotong royong terus melaju, Polbangtan Bogor kami bangga padamu. Fana bro, ono ka, tiga panitra, letauran mereka, tiada mereka, tidak nanti. Oh yeah, penyuluhan dan kesejahteraan hewan, berpijak kokoh di Polbangtan Bogor tercinta, menuju prodi terakreditasi unggul. Kami berkarya berbasis smart farming, prodi PPK